Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to show a dream that I had that I believe is related to our current political situation. Um, I think the thing that inspired it is that Rudy Giuliani was in the news just yesterday or the day before saying that if Trump tries to throw him under the bus, he's got an insurance policy. So that was in some ways the subject of my dream. Um, So in this dream, it sort of started out, and I believe this is sort of uh, the underlying text or positioning of the dream. In my dream, I was working through a template like I might work on at work, and I was adding pictures to it. So I believe this dream means that Spirit was putting me into the picture of what's going on with Trump and Giuliani. The action part of the dream was Rudy Giuliani as a young, charming man, the way he used to be, the way that we remember him back in 9/11 days, was there. And he asked me to go to Mass with him. He asked me to go to 7 o'clock p.m. Mass with him. And in my reply, I said, "Oh, I haven't been to that Mass in probably 15 or 20 years." But I said I'd go with him. In reality, I probably haven't been to that Mass in 40 years. But, this is part of, he's Catholic and I was raised Catholic. And so the subtext of the dream is sort of interesting. So then we attend church, but we didn't really go to a church service. We were outside the main auditorium, and he was in a private room in the back to have a meeting with some people, and I am there waiting. So just in terms of like what that probably means, like those different messages in the dream, the 7 o'clock Mass is like the last Mass. It's like your last chance to get there. It's the one at the end of the day. And, if you're trying to get in under the line, if you're a Catholic, you go to that Mass. So I think that means it's kind of the last call. It's the last time for him to like attend, show up, and do whatever it is he needs to do. And that 15 to 20 reference in there obviously had nothing to do with my actual real life experience. 15 to 20, I think, is probably what he's looking at in terms of his sentencing if he doesn't throw Trump himself under the bus. And in terms of like going to church, he wasn't going to church, he was going to confession. That's what, the behind closed doors where you shut everybody out and you have a private meeting, that's confession. So I think in terms of what this dream might mean is that, Rudy he's being called, and this is his last opportunity basically to save himself. And if he turns on Trump and confesses what he's done, he maybe can do something about that sentence that he's probably looking at. And then like the final part, well, the third part of the dream was I was in this like bathroom, and it was like a very like, not nice bathroom. It had, very dark brown walls. It had like rough wood stalls in it. It was not nice. It was not well lit. It was basically a shitter or a shithole or a shit house. And, when I opened the door to the stall I was going into, they had in there it was like a chair or a hammock thing, specially constructed for this particular shit house. And it was made out of wood, and it had like metal chain things so that it could bend and flex a little bit when you sat down. And I take that to mean that there's still some flexibility in how long he goes and under what conditions he goes to jail, in terms of, what he offers up to the feds. So I think, he's really looking at like a very poor outlook if he doesn't go to confession. The last little part of this dream was me sitting at my desk with a little blue box on it, and it was a bright silk, bright blue box, and I had a very cluttered desk in this dream. And it was food, and the food was to share. So that is the reason that I'm sharing this dream, because I believe it's a dream that's not just for me. I think it's a dream that is for a larger community. So I'm going to put it on my website, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, you can like it or subscribe to my channel. It's kind of an interesting phenomena to, go from having my own personal dreams about my own life and my own situations to having dreams that are about what's going on our national stage and maybe what's going on a little bit behind the scenes. Whether, I don't know if Rudy Guiliani is thinking about making a deal, cutting a deal, but he knows the process because he used to be a federal prosecutor. And I kind of hope he does. I hope he saves himself. I hope he comes back to a truer, better version of himself. Thank you for watching my video.